Good afternoon, everybody. I am back on the PCT. It's about noon. It's pretty hot out. Just leaving the town of Tehachapi. About a mile and a half into the hike. Was following Highway 58. It was really loud, so I didn't get to record until now. But great time in a pretty cool little town. I got to catch up with my family, which was awesome. We planned our trip to all link up South Lake Tahoe. Really excited about that. Also got some good food. Got my resupply, which is going to carry me most of the way up to Kennedy Meadows, where I'll pick up my next resupply and hit the mountains. Man, I'm super stoked about that. Oh my goodness. I just took a shower like, 3 hours ago. Holding the phone out here, my armpit's sticking out. I already stink. Smells like adventure though. Well, that and taco seasoning. But anyway, so got a long dry stretch here, about 18 miles to the next source of water. Not sure how far I'm gonna go today, but really not concerned about that. Got plenty of water and a very heavy pack. As I said the other day, hiker hunger's kicking in. So 6 days of food weighs a lot more than it did at the beginning of the trip. But that's about it for now. I got a lot of climbing ahead of me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get after that, and I will talk to you all later. Good evening, everybody. Well, as you can see, I'm here at camp. Left a little bit late today, so only did 12 miles. But in that 12 miles, there's about 3,500 feet of climbing. But all good. Nice breeze, was pretty cool. Exposed the whole way, but I did enjoy the views and the hike today. It's great to be back on trail, and it's great to be sleeping out here instead of in a hotel room. But I'll keep it short tonight because I don't want to wake up the other folks. But I'm going to grab a little something to eat, get some rest, and get at it again tomorrow. So I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's about 7 o'clock, a mile and a half outside of my camp. Neat little camp. A lot of hikers in there last night. Really close, so I didn't get to record much. And what I did, I had to be pretty quiet. But good night's rest, and looking forward to a good day today. I got a lot of climbing, but all good. That's part of it. About 5 miles until I reach some water, down to about a half a liter. Still on this stretch. Water's pretty sparse. One of the other reasons why I'm looking forward to getting to the mountains. Water is very plentiful up there right now. We'll get past this desert heat, this wind, and the water challenges. But I'm about at mile 580 right now, really creeping up on that 600 mile mark. Pretty excited about that. I'll get that here within the next day. And with that, I'm gonna get to hiking and hopefully have some views to share with you all today. All right, see you in a bit. And hello again to our friend, the poodle dog bush. I'm staying away from you, man. Windmills as far as you can see. Here's a 5-second example of what all day has been like today. Rattlesnake number 8. Just chilling behind a rock right next to the trail. These blowdowns are everywhere up here once you get in the tree line. This is actually the trail that's been routed around. People are walking around. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite a mess up here. These things are everywhere. Not the best place to take a nap, lizard boy. You look pretty cool though. Thanks for not being a rattlesnake. What's up, guys? One, two, three, four. And look what we have here. Wow, this feels pretty awesome right now. Whew. But, little spoiler, I FaceTimed my family and shared this moment with them when I crossed it. But still, round two. Pretty awesome. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's coming up on 8 o'clock, and about a mile outside of camp, which is also the next water source. 18 miles between water sources today. So today will be a 24-mile day once I'm done. Long day, hard day. You know, with the weather conditions, the water, the blowdowns, they're all over the trail. I stopped counting at 40, and so that stretch had a lot. Saw some deer, you saw that. Some bear tracks on the trail. Interesting day from the desert. Now I'm up in the trees. Looking forward to that. Hopefully tomorrow have some shade and hopefully better water. I'll check Gut Hook a little bit later to see what tomorrow looks like. But when I get into camp tonight, focus is going to be setting up camp, getting some food in me, and getting some rest so I can get back after it tomorrow morning. So with that, I will say good night. Oh, also, got to cross that 600-mile mark. Put a big smile on my face. Anyway, you all saw that. So now with that, I will say good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. 6:30. And just leaving Robin Bird Spring, where I camped last night. Probably about 10, 15 other hikers there too. That was a tough one. 18 miles between water sources, and that one is just barely flowing. There's a pipe that goes into a trough that is not flowing anymore. So we had to find the stream, kind of dig a little bit of a hole and let the water collect. That wasn't working out, so I rigged a piece of PVC pipe that was laying on the ground underneath a little bit of flow, so was able to fill my water catch bag, water bladder, but it had a lot of sand and silt, so I had to let that collect at the bottom, open it real quick. And anyway, the whole process took about an hour to get 2 liters of water. And yeah, plus the fact that that is the spot where 9 people got norovirus about a week ago. I went upstream and collected in a different spot that they did. So yeah, and also chemically treated my water, which takes 4 hours. So fortunately I had about half of a liter going into camp from the previous source. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and today, not really sure where I'm headed, or where I'm gonna stop anyway. Got about 50 miles to get to Walker Pass, where I'll have to make the decision on running into town real quick, hitching, going into a small town at a little convenience store and supplementing what food I have right now. Or once I get to that point, I might have enough to push me that additional 50 miles up to Kennedy Meadows. But a lot of decisions to be made out here every single day, and I just explained a couple of them to you. But all part of the deal, all goodness. And yeah, so with that, I'm gonna get to hiking, and I'll catch you all in a little bit. Hey everybody, so this turned out to be a really nice section of trail. I'm enjoying this shade, and I've got a lot of comments from friends and people I don't really know, on social media or YouTube, about how I'm always smiling. And you're right, I do smile a lot up here because I'm really enjoying this, but you get to see 5 or 6 minutes most of the time of my entire day. And I will tell you, this right here, hiking this trail, is the most challenging thing, all things considered, that I've ever done in my life. So all these smiles that you see are hard-earned, and they come at a cost. Whether that's mental, emotional, physical, or environmental, there is a level of discomfort that is constant out here. Something always hurts. Something is always challenging me. Have to make a lot of hard, I guess you'd call them micro decisions throughout the day that could turn into big things later. But in between hills, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And I think the first one, what is most challenging for me out here, is definitely on the emotional side, and that's being away from my family. My wife and 2 kiddos. I'll talk about my wife. Been together over 20 years. Probably the most enjoyable part of my day is in the morning, having coffee with her, with the messy hair and sleepy eyes. Absolutely still, after this long, makes my heart melt every day. Or my 16-year-old son, when we get some time with no distractions, just talking about life. It's so great to watch him grow up into an awesome young man, and I know there's big things ahead for him. And then my little guy, 11, just to sit down and listen to him and hear about the world through the lens of an 11-year-old is just incredible. It is such a great experience for me to just sit there and listen and let him go. And those things right there are what I miss the most, and is what is the most difficult piece for me on the trail. All right, about to start climbing, and I'll be back with you in a minute. So with the environment, any given day, it'll be hot, it'll be cold. The swings in between those temperatures are a challenge. Windy, exposed, dry, access to water, difficult terrain, trail conditions that haven't been able to be maintained for quite some time. All of those little environmental factors add on to the challenge out here. Physically, I'm sure nobody watching this is questioning the difficulty of the trail itself physically, but I'm 50 years old, just retired right before starting this trail from a 31-year career in the military, where I had very demanding jobs, which often required me to train hard, wear heavy equipment, move long distances with that heavy equipment, jumping out of airplanes for a lot of years. All that stuff adds up, and I can feel every single one of those decisions I made as a young man out here on the trail every day. Typically at nighttime, I'm hobbling or limping into camp. In the morning, it takes me a long time to really get moving. I give a lot of thanks to Motrin and Tylenol for my ability to move. But every day, every minute, something hurts that you have to overcome, or that I have to overcome. Ankles, knees, hips, back, calves. Something's always going on that got to get through every day, but all part of it. And finally, the mental aspect of hiking this trail. And I'm skipping around on the video a little bit, but I knew this was going to be a challenging day, and the desert has certainly delivered. And I wanted to talk about the mental aspect after one of those hard days. So here we are. And what I think it comes down to is allowing your mind to help you overcome all those other challenges that I've talked about. Whether that's through experience and mental toughness you built over time, positive mental imaging, whatever it is that you use out here to help you. Now, I'd be lying if I told you that I haven't had any thoughts of doubt on whether I can finish this trail or if I should be here, but certainly haven't thought about quitting or stepping off the trail and ending this experience. So, all things considered that I just talked about, when you see those big smiles, know that they're all hard-earned, whether through those things I just discussed or through something as simple as a text from my family members on the inReach, a spectacular view, a conversation with another hiker, a random act of kindness from a stranger, or even something like a hummingbird crossing my path. Those are the things that bring the big smiles to my face that I know you're going to continue to see throughout these videos. But the next thing that's going to bring a smile to my face is getting up this hill. So I'll let you go for now. Talk to you later. Out of the trees and back into this. So just walked up on a water cache that some very generous trail angels have been maintaining for us. Shout out to those guys, whoever you are. This is absolutely incredible. And thank you for the trail beer. It's delicious. And over there on my pack, there's a little orange that's waiting for me too. Hey everybody, taking a quick break under the shade of this little tree for a couple minutes. Man, it is hot. It's in the high 90s right now. It's the hottest day so far on the trail, and yeah, starting to wear on me a little bit. Still got plenty of water. About 3 miles outside of camp, that'll put me at a 22-mile day. I'll dry camp, meaning that there's no water source there, but by the time I get there, I'll have 2 liters left, which is fine for cooking tonight, making a little something tomorrow morning, and getting about 7 miles to that next water cache. But just a quick update. Hot, moving slow, ready to get to camp, and again, ready to get out of this desert. I'll talk to you all in a little bit. Good evening, everybody. So I'm all set up in my camp. I had planned on cowboy camping again, but there's a lot of little ants running around here and didn't want to deal with that throughout the night. Sun went down back there a little while ago. So tomorrow morning I will have a sunrise right over there. So Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting some rest tonight after a long day. About to hit the rack really early. So I will call that a day, and I will see y'all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's about 7 o'clock, about 2 miles out of camp, and taking a little break in the shade here after a really long climb, about 1,000 feet in a little over a mile, so pretty steep. And the sand out here is like beach sand, so work with me here. So go ahead, close your eyes. Imagine you're walking on a nice sandy beach, and then imagine it goes like this for 1,000 feet over that 1.5 miles. Oof. Whoever it was that brought out that beach sand and put it on the trail, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking because there's kids watching, but me and you aren't cool. So, taking a little break. The sun is about to peek over right there. Fortunate part of this climb was that it was shaded because I'm on the other side of a hill where the sun's coming up. So about another 3.5 miles till I get to water. I'm just about dry, and I'm hydrated. I'm good to go, but going in there empty. Pack's a little lighter, so I should be moving a little faster. And I'm not sure how far I'm going to go today. So I have, from camp, so right now probably about 25 miles to get to the road that goes down to Kernville. And the decision I have to make now is, do I stay overnight in Kernville, or do I go in and out, do a quick resupply, and get up to Kennedy Meadows quickly? The challenge I'm faced with is I will beat my resupply package and my new pad by probably 2 days if I move at the rate I'm moving right now. Now, with all this sickness, norovirus, whatever it is, spreading around, and a lot of hikers being sick, I've been staying away from people even more than I already do. And I'm thinking the best bet is probably to stay by myself in Kernville, make my way up to Kennedy Meadows, time that with the arrival of my resupply, and then get back to the trail quickly, rather than sitting for a couple days up there with a whole bunch of other hikers that could be sick. So I got a lot to think about today. I'll sort that out on the trail, but I'm going to get back to it, and I will talk to you all later. Climbing. Whew. And after all that climbing, this is the awesome view that I get rewarded with. Heck yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Just a little bit after 12, so kind of a quick midday update. So I did make the decision to dip into Kernville tomorrow. Still have to figure out how to get there. It's about 30 miles from the trailhead. The buses aren't running tomorrow, but all good. I'll figure it out. Really happy to have some overcast here in these trees after all of that climbing. Oof. Ready for some little bit downhill, and I still got about 9 miles till I get to the next water source, but doing great on water. Stopped at the cache. I didn't record back there, but chugged 2 liters with a bunch of electrolyte powder. Feeling really good, feeling recharged, and took 3 liters with me, so got plenty to get me to that next spot. So that's about it for now, and I will talk to y'all later. So this section of the trail actually is shared with an off-road vehicle trail. Had a few drive by earlier, really cool folks. Slowed down so they wouldn't dust me, waved. So that was pretty cool. But all right, I'm starting to climb again. So let me get back to this. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Hey. Good evening, everyone. It's about 7 o'clock and I'm in cruise mode. Got about 2.5 miles to get into Walker Pass campground, which will put me at 28 miles for the day. My biggest day yet. Pretty excited about that. And it's also gonna allow me to not have to rush tomorrow morning to meet my ride that's gonna take me into Kernville. So yeah, should be there in about an hour. Ever get a song stuck in your head that you just can't get rid of and you don't know where it came from? Well, mine right now is Aretha Franklin, Freeway of Love. No idea where that came from, but I will tell you what, I wish somebody would come up here to mile marker 648.8 and pick me up in a pink Cadillac because my feet hurt and I'm hungry. So hopefully that song is stuck in your head now, because by the time you see this video, it'll be long gone from mine. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on moving and I will talk to you all later. Well, it doesn't look like I'll be cowboy camping tonight. Hasn't rained on me for 5 weeks, but it looks like tonight might be the night. That desert taking shots at me right until the end. It's all good. I'm almost done with you. Bring it. All right, everybody. So I'm here at Walker Pass campground. It's 8:30. Been here a little over half an hour, and a whole bunch of other hikers here. And a few of them got here early, so they hitchhiked into town. Got a 12-pack of Coors Light. Had one of those, really good after a long day. Got my camp, or my tent, set up right here. And yeah, great views around. I oriented so I should be able to see the sunrise. And it looks like it might rain on us tonight, but all in all, great day. And looking forward to some rest. Looking forward to getting into town tomorrow. And 50 more miles of the desert. But that's it for tonight, and I will talk to you all in the morning. Hey everybody, so I made it to the town of Kernville. Got a ride from a trail angel, stopped by another trail angel's house, had breakfast, and got a ride here into town. Staying at the Kernville Inn, nice little place. Went and got coffee, went and had a great lunch. Then for dinner, stopped by and actually had a burger. The first time I've had a burger in probably about 2 years now. It was absolutely amazing. And so yeah, I had the opportunity to resupply here too, and that is going to take me, or carry me, for those last 50 miles up to Kennedy Meadows, where I will be done with the desert and start the mountain section. So Trail Angel is going to pick me up tomorrow morning, bring me back to Walker Pass, and I think I'm going to take about 3 days to do that 50 miles. So yeah, with that, I'm going to close out this video. Hopefully you all enjoy it. To my wife and to my kiddos, miss you guys, love you, can't wait to see you in about a month. And to everybody else, thanks once again for all the positivity, the great support, and the comments. Look forward to seeing y'all sometime soon in the next video. Take care.